Tonight, live from downtown Chicago, Fox 32 invites you for a special edition of Dinner and a Movie. We celebrate this year's Oscar-nominated movies, and we dine at RPM Seafood overlooking the Chicago River. Now let's roll out the red carpet for your hosts, Jake Hamilton and Sylvia Perez.
Welcome to another edition of Dinner and a Movie. This time, it's Oscar style.
Yeah, that's right. We were just a few days away from the 95th Annual Academy Awards, so we thought we would celebrate Hollywood's most glamorous night in one of Chicago's most glamorous restaurants. Now, I know the most important question to ask in this moment is, who are you wearing?
Who am I wearing? I am wearing one of my favorite Chicago designers. Her name is Elda De La Rosa. She has been styling me throughout the years. Look at this gorgeous dress. It's Chantilly lace with a beautiful taffeta and this gorgeous train. So thank you to Elda, and I feel honored to have her gown on.
Beautiful.
Okay, who are you wearing?
Kids Gap. We have a very special guest who's going to display some of, shall we call them, their culinary best pictures. The Steven Spielberg of this culinary masterpiece is the genius standing right behind me. This is Chef Bob. Chef Bob, first of all, cheers to you. Thank you for having us.
Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you, of course.
So let's start with this.
This is our Grand Seafood Tower. So we have oysters that are custom made for just us. We have our beautiful shrimp. We have our king crab and our Maine lobster.
Tell everybody what that is.
That's our Dover sole fish and chips. What would be a cool way to kind of elevate the fish and chips? Taking a very upscale fish and kind of treating it like you would something that's very comforting. It pairs perfectly with Prosecco as well.
Oh, it's so good.
That is our tuna au poivre. So we kind of treated tuna like we would a steak with those peppercorns and that green peppercorn sauce that we pour on top.
Okay, and then finally, dessert.
Our classic dessert is the banana Napoleon. So crispy phyllo, vanilla caramel, bananas, and whipped cream.
I love it.
Our big thing in the kitchen is sourcing. So for us, we want to have the highest quality ingredients possible, and that kind of what we think is one of our competitive advantages here. Executed at a very high level in a great room with incredible service.
I love it. Okay, can we taste test now?
Yes, it's done right.
Wow. Has to be a crab leg or something. So sweet and so good. You've never had fish and chips like this before. Spectacular. Okay, Jake, what did you think of the food?
Of all the dinner and the movies that we've done, genuinely one of the best collections of food that we've ever eaten before we start talking about the movie. This was
it is so
absolutely
good, right?
unbelievable. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so now we're talking Oscars, and over the years, the viewership on Oscars have plummeted. They're not doing so well.
Sure.
Do you think it's kind of gotten beyond its time? Should we even still be enjoying and watching these?
Whether you're a fan of Oscars or not, most people are, at least to some degree, fans of movies.
He was my destiny.
And why I always say that the Oscars are important isn't so much about awarding a celebrity a golden trophy. It is helping out maybe smaller films get a little bit more notice that they wouldn't have gotten without this sort of publicity.
Okay, so let's talk about this because there's a lot of movies to watch.
Yes.
What are your must-see?
Mrs. Wang, are you with us?
First and foremost, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I can't stress that movie enough.
And why is that?
It is looking at a fairly surefire Best Picture win, Best Director win.
Okay, movie number one. So what would be movie number two?
Good morning, aviators.
Top Gun Maverick has a really good shot at winning a lot of the technical nominations. But in the past couple of days, another film has sort of surged to the forefront, a foreign war film called All Quiet on the Western Front. It's meticulously, beautifully crafted, and there's a very good chance that it could walk away the night with 5, maybe 6 Oscars.
In a personal level, someone who loves movies so much, who would you really love to see win?
There is a person who is nominated for his 53rd Academy Award this year, and that is the legendary composer John Williams, who, if you don't know, has composed the greatest movie scores in history. We're talking Jaws, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, E.T., Jurassic Park, Schindler's List. I truly believe if you were to do a Mount Rushmore of cinema history, of the greats, he'd be one of the 4.
Cheers to the Oscars.
Cheers to
Always
the
a fun time
Oscars.
of year.
Cheers
and
to
cheers
RPM
Seafood. And cheers to Elda De La Rosa for my gorgeous dress. To the Oscars. Okay, Jake, it's time to go, but you have to carry my train. Come on, let's do this. Here, right back there.
You know I have 3 Emmys, right? I'm an established journalist. Tom Hanks loves me.